Who are you constructing with your daily habits? Who are you going to be in a year from now? Who are you going to be in 3 years from now? Are your habits constructing an individual that will grow, that will foster discipline, that will be a better individual and accrue value to be more powerful as we go through time? Or are your self habits, the habits you put your energy into, depleting you, receding you, allowing you to remain in a low level and then remain there on a cycle? It's called a samsara cycle, to never escape the sheer inevitability of being a low-level piece of shit your entire fucking life. Guys, you need to quit the addictions. You need to drop the vices. You need to get the fuck up. You need to look in the mirror. You need to confront that piece of shit that's reflecting back at you. If you don't do that, you're going to remain that stagnant piece of shit your entire life. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Personal development begins after personal confrontation. So if you're not going to confront the individual in the mirror, you're going to remain that individual. And if you're an individual you don't want to be, meaning you go against your own will, meaning you feed addictions, you feed weakness, and you remain weak, even though you want to be strong, even though you want to grow, you choose to fall short, cut yourself off, and then put your energy where it doesn't belong, to go against yourself, to use your own mind against you as a weapon to destroy yourself. Guys, you don't want to be that. No one wants to be that. And so before you can even think about pursuing that personal development, before you can even think about going to the next level, you need to confront the individual who is keeping you in the cycle of staying at that low level. And every single person that you see that has attained high levels of success, every individual that you see that is doing something you want to do at higher levels than you thought you could do it, that individual has achieved a level of personal development that you will not reach unless you confront the individual that you are. You can't be high level you if you're out here feeding addictions and choosing to remain a stagnant, low level, self-debilitating primate. You will not reach to level 10 if you can't even surpass level negative 10, which is feeding addictions, always looking for the quick gratification, always seeking to validate yourself through things you don't need to validate yourself with, to validate yourself in your inadequacy, to feed your inadequacy, to reverberate that, to feed the addiction, to feed the cadences that lead you to choosing that addiction instead of your personal development. Your personal development is very simple. You're either going to choose to wake up and be the best you every day. You're going to wake up. You're going to hit the macros. You're going to hit the workout. You're never going to miss the wake up. You're always going to wake up and be the best version of you. And you're never going to let anything stop you from attaining that next level, which, again, that individual you are right now is stopping you from reaching that next level. So personal development begins after personal confrontation. And if you're not going to confront the individual in the mirror, well, you're going to stay that individual. And if you can't embrace the fact you don't want to be the individual, so you're lying yourself out of the development that you need as an individual, the growth that you seek, instead of seeking the gratifications that don't gratify you, that allow you to stay in that low level and then cycle that. There's a reason you always go back to the vape. There's a reason you always go back to the weed. Even when you told yourself you were going to stop, you broke your word to go back to it. That's not you, and that's not who you want to be. So you have to confront that individual. Everyone wants to quit. They tell themselves they're going to quit, but they forget to actually confront that individual, to look in the mirror in their eyes and say, why do I do this? Why am I sitting here, and why am I hurting myself to feel better about something that doesn't make me feel better? I mean, you're just escaping your reality. Every time you navigate yourself to the smoke, every time you navigate yourself to the alcohol, every time you navigate yourself to the acid, to the pills, to the shrooms, to whatever you take, you're not going to just, like my mentor says, just spontaneously fucking elevate in frequency. No, you're not going to spontaneously fucking teleport into the highest dimension. You're not going to teleport into the best version of you once you take that bag of shrooms and you pop that tab. No, you actually have to confront that individual. You need to drop the vices and you need to pursue that personal development. And if you're not going to do that, well, guess what? You're going to remain that low level piece of shit bitch until you fully confront the individual you need to confront, which is the individual reflecting back at you when you look in that mirror in the morning. So when you brush your teeth and you see that person reflecting back at you, that individual, you need to confront him, or you're never going to attain the highest level that you could possibly be. You're never going to vibrate at the highest of frequencies that you could possibly be. You're not going to pull out that dormant potential that we all know you can be. You have to understand that you guys take accountability. You guys are allergic to accountability. You guys think accountability is some weapon against you. You have to understand that all the seconds you waste staying that low-level piece of shit your entire life, every time you navigated yourself to that bottle to escape your reality, every time you picked up the smoke to deplete yourself, to get a quick fix for what won't fix you, the only thing that's going to fix you is personal confrontation, to confront the individual and to fix that individual, to understand you need to be repaired and to repair yourself diligently and effectively, instead of sit there and feed your cadences and complain about life when, the only person to blame is you. So while you complain and blame and feel shame for everything that you do to yourself, well, you could have solved that problem with the same time that you wasted complaining about it. So, while we continue to develop ourselves in the highest image of self, guys, you have to understand that this is an invitation and no one's pointing at you, but we're pointing at you because you won't take accountability for who you are. You think this is some attack, but if you could take the message, embed it into your psyche and use it as something constructive, now you have a foundation to construct yourself upon. You have to understand, most people go through their life not even realizing or coming across the information they need to inform into the individual they need to be. And the suffix for ation is action. So to inform with action, to become a higher form of yourself, to hit the Super Saiyan 1, to hit the Super Saiyan 2, to hit the Super Saiyan 3 by rising in frequency and vibration, by diminishing and fucking destroying the difficult habits that all these pussies always fall to do, to say they're going to do and then break their word, break themselves because they're too much of a bitch to look in the mirror and understand that there is no second option. Give me the most difficult fucking burden to bear, I'll bear it in front of your fucking face while you broke to it every single time. How much times did you say you were going to go to the gym? How much times did you say you were going to lose the weight? How much time did you say you were going to quit? Every time you said it, we did it, bitch. So remember who the fuck you're not. This is an invitation. If you can't take accountability for that pussy and confront that bitch in the mirror reflecting back at you, life is reflective. And if you want to be a better individual, well, you're going to have to reflect. And pussy, guess what? If you're going to reflect, well, do it with honesty and don't lie yourself out of the potential growth that you can harness and pull out of yourself by understanding and overcoming and fulfilling the certain action, the specific actions to lead you to a higher outcome and to progress instead of regress in the life you only get once, to level up, to rise in vibration and frequency, to see more for yourself, to see more and put more power into yourself by embedding it through those habits that everyone falls to do, to pick up that book and actually absorb and comprehend the knowledge within it, to, pick up the weight and push yourself to maximize your energy expenditure every single day. They have rest days. We don't take rest days. You guys have to understand that if you want to really maximize your personal development, if you want to have a concrete mindset, if you want to have an unbreakable mind that nothing can cast through, nothing will stop you from being the best version of you. If you really want that stone cold brute force fucking I will create my reality with sheer willpower, fucking manifestation type of mindset, where you're going to have to look in the mirror and confront that individual, and you're going to have to do everything to beat him every single day, and you're going to have to empower yourself with every single move that you make on the board to be the fucking king on the board, and to move one step at a time, moving diligently and effectively with high efficacy to lead yourself to higher specific outcomes, and to move forward every day, daily, to compound that personal development, and to move forward relentlessly and to pursue that personal development with all your might every single day, and to accumulate so much strength, to have a mindset so unbreakable, unbendable, and to have a mind so fucking strong that anything you can give, I can give you anything. I can give you a rock to carry up a fucking mountain like Sisyphus, and you will carry that shit up the fucking mountain. That's the mindset you're creating every time you put your energy into those habits that help you instead of destroy you. And every time you feel helpless and hopeless, and every time you feel like you're low level and all this catharsis, depression, bullshit, well, understand that that's just a reflection of you. And if you didn't put your energy and the time that you had while putting that energy into whatever you put it into feel like that, understand that your habits reflect back at you. So when you put your energy into low-level habits, well, guess what? You're going to feel like a low-level piece of shit. So maybe you should put your energy and time into positive, self-constructive habits to not feel like a low-level bitch. And guys, understand that you only live once, and time is decreasing as we speak. So relentlessly pursue your personal development. Links in the description. One-on-one mindset coaching in the description. Make your mindset so fucking unbendable and unbreakable that the average human doesn't even know what the fuck's going on in your fucking brain as we fire off fucking neurons and create neurological pathways that resonate with the highest versions of ourselves every single day. And as we become the most insurmountable, indomitable, powerful individuals by empowering ourselves with each rep and each step towards the fucking destination, which is up the steps and up the ladder that they forgot they needed to climb to neglect that responsibility of climbing that shit, we're going to demonstrate what the fuck they couldn't be if they wanted to, by putting our time and energy, cultivating that discipline, and alleviating ourselves through self-love and gratitude to pursue that personal development every single day. Peace!